Hello.
Hi. Who's that? Tariel, is it you?
No, it's Celine.
Oh, Stalin. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Okay. All right, Tariel, did you have your haircut? Huh?
Hello, teacher.
Yes,
Hi,
I
Raul.
did, Mr. Kasim. Yes, I did.
Okay. I think today is haircut day. I think this is the second student, actually my second class today. And I say another student who actually has his hair cut. You look good, Tariel. Very handsome, very sweet boy. Now I can
Okay.
see your face much, much better.
Thank you, Mr. Kasim.
Okay, guys, if you are ready, let's start. İlknur, are you ready?
Yes.
İlknur, actually, I received your question, and first I thought I'm going to solve it and send it to you, and after that I changed my mind, and we are going to discuss here and also share with others here. And also, Celine, are you here? Are you there?
Yes.
And also, Celine, you sent me 2 questions, and also we are going to discuss them here. Okay. And after that, we will continue our class. Actually, we were practicing this P6 questions. And also P6, actually, after 15 questions are a little bit hard. You need to think. That's a kind of practice. Okay. I don't know.
Mr. Kasim.
Okay. What is that? Spider. Okay. Yes, Daria.
I forgot to tell you to add me to the group chat. Can you do it after you finish all your lessons today?
Okay. All right. Okay. I will do it soon, Daria. So,
Thank
guys,
you.
let's continue then. So, first, that's just I put this question here. That one is Ilknur's question. Ilknur, did you solve it or not yet?
I didn't understand the question. I was asking for the solution.
What? You didn't understand the question?
I did, but I can't solve. I can't solve it.
Okay, don't scare me. How come you don't understand? You have very good English and you don't understand the question? Okay, so if you say that I understand the question, but I didn't know how to do that, that actually sounds much better. Okay, Ilknur, can you read the question?
In the figure below, not drawn to scale, ABCE is a square, BCF is an equilateral triangle, and ACDE is a trapezium. AGC is a straight line, and AC is parallel to ED. Find DEF.
Okay. And now, did you understand the question? Good. Let's do this. Actually, what is given here? Number 1, since ABFE, it's a square, right? What does it mean? It means that this side equals this side equals this side equals this side. And also we know that all interior angles are 90 degrees. And also in the question, it says that BCF, right? BCF is an equilateral triangle. What does it mean? Equilateral triangle means all sides are equal and all interior angles are equal. That means if you look at BCF, where is BCF? Is here, right? Also this side equals this side equals this side equals this side. So that means that here, now from here, we know that this angle is 60 degrees. And also this angle is 60 degrees. I'm not going to write this. And also we know that square, each interior angle is 90 degrees. So that means that that angle is 60. This one is 90. Together, this angle is 90 plus 60. That's equal to 150 degrees. Okay, is it clear?
But Mr. Kasim, where do you take that it's 60, the angle?
Tariel, can you look, see these angles? This angle equals this angle equals this angle, right?
Yes.
So each angle is 60 degrees. Because
They all make 180. Yes, yes,
yeah,
understood.
it is because equilateral triangle. Look at the triangle BCF.
Yes, I understood. Yes.
So now this one is 90 degrees. Together it is 150 degrees. Now, Ilknur, can you tell me what is the measure of this angle? Because they're also equal now. Because ABC, as you see, it is an isosceles triangle, right? Two sides are equal. What is the measure of this angle, Ilknur? What is it?
Uh, 100, no.
It is 15 degrees. And also this angle, 15 degrees, right?
Yes.
Because this angle is 150. And this alpha plus alpha, they are equal. It should be 180. So 30 over 2, that's equal to 15. That's equal to 15. And also in the question, it says that, what is it? ACD is trapezium, right? And yeah, I think we got the answer here, right? Can you see that this actually ABCEF parallel? That means that this side is parallel to this side, right? And this side is
Yes.
parallel to this side, right? Which means that this angle, right, that's equal to this angle, which is equal to 15 degrees. Can you see them?
Yes, I can see them.
Good, because yeah, just if I draw two parallel lines, they are parallel, right? And after that, I'm drawing another two parallel lines like this, right? So that means that these angles are equal if these line segments are the same. It is something like this. So this angle and this angle, as you see, they're just between a pair of parallel lines. That's why they are equal. So the answer is the angle DEF is, what is it? 15 degrees. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Celine, read the question.
The figure below ABCD is a square of sides 18 centimeter. The total area of the shaded part is 62.8 centimeters squared. Find the total area of the unshaded part in the figure. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Take pi as 3.14.
Okay, so ABCD is a square of size 18 centimeters. What does it mean? As I say here, that means that this should be 9 and also this should be 9, right? Because that's just one side of this AB. And if you can see here, it is a square and it's inscribed in the circle, right? And I will just move this one to here. Celine, I'll move this here. At the time, this will be shaded, right? Because they are equal. And also, I will move this one into here. All right. And also, this will be shaded. Now, under this, we don't have any shaded part. And also, this one, I will move it to here. And also, this will be shaded, right? So that means that upper part is shaded, below part, it's not shaded. And the question says that the total area of the shaded part is, what is it? The total area of the shaded part is 62.80. Now, how can I find the area of the shaded part? You can see that right now. Here we have a semicircle. Now this part is shaded. Now under the diameter, all sides are unshaded. I'm just removing and patching or filling this into this unshaded parts. So now from here, how do you find the area of the shaded part? So actually the area of the shaded part is the area of, I mean, what is it? What is it? The area of the big semicircle, right? What is the area of the big semicircle? Do we know that? What is the question here? Find the total area of the unshaded part. Okay, good. So, guys, I will do something else because I need to find this part. If you look at this part, okay, and also if you look at this part, they are equal. So this one, let me just call this X or label this by X. And also this one, it is X, okay? So at that time, what is the area of the shaded part then? The area of the big semicircle, that is 1/2 times pi times what is the radius of the big semicircle? It is 9 plus x squared minus now the area of the small semicircle. That's equal to 1 over 2 times pi times radius of the small circle, 9. Celine, did you understand how did I write this equation?
Kinda.
Kind of? What do you mean kind of? That means 50-50?
No, 90% of 100.
Okay, which part is 10%? Okay, simply what I'm doing here is, Celine, as you see here, this the shaded regions under the diameter of the big circle. Just remove and fill in the gaps, which is above the, what is it? The diameter of the big semicircle. As you see here, I can just move this into here. I can move this into here, and I can move this into here, right? Now, actually, between the small, because here we have two circles, as you see, we have big circle and small circle. And also here we have big semicircle and small semicircle. And between these two semicircles, where the small one and big one is shaded. How do you find the shaded region? The area of the big semicircle. I can just draw something like this. Here, for example, we are talking about something like this. Here we have the big semicircle, and I have the small semicircle, right? And we need to find the area of the shaded region, something like this. And the radius of the small one, this one is r. If the small one is x, then the radius of the big one is r plus x, because the small one, it is x. I don't know that x yet. And using this equation, I'm going to find the value of x, so that then I can find the area of the whole unshaded part. That's what I'm doing here. Anyway, let's continue from here. So now just we need to solve this equation. First, multiply both sides by 2. And after that, take 9 pi to the right hand side. So I have here 2 times 62.8, right? And plus take 9 pi to the right hand side. I have 9 pi here. And after that, divide both sides by pi. So divided by pi. On the right hand side, I have 9 plus x squared. Okay. Mr. Tariel, what is next? How can I find x here? Just tell me one idea. How can I find x here? Or can I just ask you, Tariel, what is this x plus 9? What is it?
X plus 9 is the, for example, like if the radius is 9,
No,
find
Tariel, just tell me, x plus 9 equals what?
X plus 9 is the
Square root of 2 times 62.8 plus 9 pi over pi.
wait, can you?
Like, for example, let's say if I ask you, Tariel, here, x squared is equal to 9, right? A number. What is x?
3.
Square root of 9, right?
Yes.
So if I ask you y squared is equal to, let's say, 9 plus 7, for example. What is y?
The square root of 9 plus 7.
Yeah, 9 plus 7. Now, as you see here, I have square of something. On the left-hand side, I have just one number. It's just one number, not simple 5. It's just one number, right?
Okay, and then if you don't square, it's just x plus 9 plus x. That means that it equals to the square root of 2 times 62.8 plus 9 pi over pi.
Yes. Now, from here, I can find x. Then what is x? X is equal to the whole thing. 2 times 62.8. Actually, this 184. Let me just write it like this. Okay, because after all, we are going to use calculator for this question. Plus 9 pi over pi, and here we have minus 9. Now, if you evaluate this, it is square root of fraction 2 times 62.8 and plus 9 times take pi as 3.14 over 3.14, and outside here we need to subtract, what is it, 9. The answer is it is minus 9.
So what answer did you get on the calculator?
2 times 62.8 plus 9 times pi over pi. And that's equal to 9 plus x equals square root of this answer.
But you moved from x plus 9, you moved the 9 to the right side, so it's negative 9 right now.
Negative 9?
No, it was x plus 9 equals the square root of, I'm not gonna say everything, like 2 times 862. But then you moved the x plus 9, the positive 9 to the right hand side. So the square root now is minus 9.
Oh,
But may I ask a question?
yes.
First, when like you moved, so it was x plus 9, right, on the left side,
Okay.
and you moved 9 to the right side to make it negative 9,
Yes.
minus 9. When you evaluate, you have to find the square root and then subtract 9 from it, or you have to subtract 9 from the whole thing, and then you have to find the square root of it.
No, we need to calculate the square root and after this subtract 9.
So we have to subtract 9 from the square root already, answer.
Yeah. So what is the answer actually here? If you calculate this, okay. 2 times
2 times 62.8 plus 9 times pi
over pi.
over pi, and then the square root of this, and then you have to subtract, and when you find the square root, you have to subtract 9 from it. I got it says round to the nearest whole number, because I got 2.601724. If we round to the nearest whole number, it has to be 3.
Okay. Saline, is everything clear? Where are you? Why are you so quiet?
I understood.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Whose dog is it?
Celine.
Huh?
Celine's.
Really?
Yeah, Celine's dog is not happy about something.
Okay, just a minute. All right, the big square, it is 1 over 2 times pi times r squared, 9 plus x squared, minus the small one, it is 1 over 2 times pi times 9 squared. Okay, Stalin, if everything is clear, I am going to do this just from the beginning because Tariel didn't tell me something. That's why we have a small mistake here. But the idea is that one. Huh?
What do you mean I didn't tell you the answers?
What is the area of the semicircle? The area of the semicircle. What is it? It is 1 over 2 times pi times r squared, right?
Yes.
But here we didn't put square here, Tariel. Can you see that?
So that means 1 times pi times 81.
Yeah, now actually if I just calculate this at the time here, 9 plus x squared will be equal to 2 times 62.8, right? First I multiply both sides by 2. And after that, take this pi times 9 squared. What is 9 squared? 81. So here we have plus 81 pi over
pi.
Now we need to divide pi. So now from here, what is x plus 9? X plus 9 is square root of the whole thing. 62.8 plus 81 pi over pi. What is this? Can you calculate this? What is this? It's just equal to square. It is 2 times 62.8 plus 81 times 3.14 over 3.14. That's equal to 11. That's equal to 11. Exactly. So here, x is equal to 11 minus 9. That's equal to 2. Which means that, let's say the radius of the big semicircle or big circle, that's equal to 9 plus 2. It is 11 centimeters. Okay. So now, yes.
2 times 62.8 plus 81 times 3.14 divided by pi, which is 3.14 equals, wait, how did you do that? You got 11 in the end.
For pi, Tariel, did you get 3.14?
Wait, can you say step by step? For example, like 2 times, because I don't get the answers. 2 times 62.8 is equal to 125.6. And then plus this. No, wait.
No, 2 times 62.8. Did you multiply it?
It's 120.
No, you just use a scientific calculator. You can get the answer much faster.
Yeah, because that's the problem. I don't have a scientific calculator.
Or just simply here, Tariel, you can answer like this. If you simplify this one, for example, this one, if you simplify this, that's just equal to 121. Why? Because this 62.8 is divided by 3.14. That's equal to 20. 2 times 20 is equal to 40. And this pi cancels each other, 81. 81 plus, what is it? 81 plus 40, that's equal to 121, exactly. Even you don't have to use a calculator here. That's why I think maybe you're not allowed to use a calculator here. That's why they give pi like this, 3.14. This 62.8 is divisible by 3.14. 62.8 over 3.14, that's equal to 20. Okay, Tariel, it's actually with the question, we don't have any problem here. Actually, that capital R, that is a radius of the big circle, it is R. And the small circle, it is 9. Now I'm going to write the final answer. What is the final answer? It says that the area of the unshaded region, right? Unshaded region. What is the unshaded region? Let me just show you in purple. Actually, that word, right? This one is unshaded, right? Or I can just do like this. I can just do like this. Here, this semicircle, that's a small one, and the whole big semicircle. So what is the area of the small semicircle? That's equal to 1 over 2 times pi times 9 squared, plus the area of the big semicircle, that's equal to 1 over 2 times pi times, what is the radius of the big semicircle? It is 11. 11 squared. Now, just take this pi out. I'll multiply later. Here we have 9 squared, 81. 120, 11 squared, 121 over 2, which is equal to pi times, it is 202 divided by 2, it is 101. And now if you just multiply 101 by 3.14, that's equal to 100 times 3.14, that's equal to 314, plus one more pi, it is 3.14, which is equal to 317.14. So that is the area of the unshaded region. Okay, Celine, is it clear?
Yes.
Let's move to the next question, and I think we spent too much time, but the idea is simple. Just you need to be able to see how to remove and move this shaded region to other parts. The last question.
Mr. Qasim, is there?
Yes, Saria.
Mr. Khan, but was there a way to do it without changing the shaded parts to different places? Or this is like the easiest way?
Yeah, this is the easiest one. If you don't do that, it will be very complicated.
Okay.
And Tariel, here, actually, why they ask this kind of question, students, can they see that actually this remove shapes, you know, we are just removing from somewhere and placing this somewhere else. Okay. So just moving shape from one place to another, it does not change the area. And this actually, this skill, It's very important in engineering, and that's why you need to practice the skill. That's why they ask this kind of question, or even in architecture. Okay, Salim, read the question.
The figure now drawn to scale is made up of 8 identical isosceles triangles. OCX and EDX are straight lines. Find the sum of DCX and DXC.
Okay. It says that Silent again, this is also not so difficult question, I guess. And here we are talking about 8 identical isosceles triangles. That means that all of these bases, right, they are equal. This equals this equals this, and I can just continue, all are equal. So, and also at the same time, right, all of these angles, right, they are equal. This angle equals this angle equals this angle, all angles are equal, which means that the given figure is a regular polygon. And how many sides? It has 8, so it is regular polygon, 8-sided polygon, or simple, it's octagon, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So also the question is find the sum of DCX. DCX, that is DCX, let's say it is alpha, and DXC, what is DXC? This one is, let's say it is beta. So the question is, what is alpha plus beta? Okay. To answer this question, actually, I need to know these angles, right? And also if I know this angle, for example, the third angle, then we can find alpha plus beta, okay? To know this one, if you just take number 1, I need to know one angle of the octagon, right? How can I find one angle? So at the time, I can find the other angles. Like, for example, this angle, can we find this angle? So we know that's one interior angle of any octagon, right? That's equal to 180 times, here we have number of sides, and here we have 8 minus 2 and divided by 8. That gives us one interior angle of a polygon, right? If you remember the formula, what is it? The sum of the angles, 180 times n minus 2. Now, if I just divide this by n, it gives us one interior angle if it is regular polygon. So now from here, that's equal to 180 times 6 over 8. And 180 is divided by 4, it is 45. 6 is divided by 2, it is 3. So the angle is 135 degrees, right? So that means that this angle is, this interior angle is 135 degrees, which means that then this angle should be, because it's a straight line, it should be, what is it, 45 degrees. If it is 45 degrees, we know that alpha plus beta plus 45 is just the sum of the interior angles of the triangle CDX, that's equal to 180 degrees. Now from here, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is equal to 135 degrees.
So we don't have to find individually alpha plus beta. We just have to find the sum of the two.
Yes, sum. But if they ask you, for example, find these angles, how do you find that? Taria, can you find it? What do you think?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, we can find it. How? Because Taria, as you see here, if they ask like this, as you see here, this angle is equal to this angle, right? Why? Because these two triangles are isosceles identical triangles. You see, they are identical, right? So if this one is, let's say this angle is T, and also this angle is T. Now from here,
Okay.
2T is equal to 135 degrees. And what is T? T is 135 over 2 degrees, right? So that means that I know this angle now, that is T, right? So now from here, what is alpha? Alpha is 180 minus T, which is equal to 180 minus 135 over 2. That's equal to, what is it? Actually, 180 minus 0.5 times 135. That's equal to 112.5 degrees. So I know the sum now from here. What is beta then? Beta is equal to 135 minus 112.5, which is equal to, what is it? 22.5 degrees. So that's the value of A, and the value of B. In case if they ask, if you are asked to find this angle separately or individually.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Raul, are you there or already sleeping now?
I am here.
Where? Football stadium?
What?
Where are you?
In my room.
In your room. Okay, good. Let's continue. Raul, now guys, let's get back to the questions. Celine, Ilknur, actually, that's really good, you know, to ask questions. And if you're asking questions, that means that you are studying. But if you're not asking questions, it doesn't mean that you are not studying. Tariel, don't misunderstand. But if you're asking questions, that means that you are really practicing. I really appreciate that. Yes, Tariel.
I'm not in the group. Like, as I said, wait, Mr. Kasim, what's the time in your country right now? Is it plus 3 hours?
Now, here?
Yes.
Yeah, it is 9:35.
Okay, so I was gonna write to you yesterday, but then I looked at that time in Cambodia. I thought it was too late for me to ask.
Tariel, anytime you can write me. Usually I don't sleep until midnight.
Okay, I will. No.
Okay. Guys, can you try this question? You have 2 minutes and let's see this. Last time we did, but you misunderstood the question. Okay. Celine, what do you mean? Tariel, I have added you. I'm removing this from grade 7A, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Mr. Kasim, could you remind the formula to find the total time taken?
What do you mean? The simple formula is, Tariel, you're just going to use this formula. Distance is equal to speed times time.
This is my main problem. I can't remember the formula, the main formula still.
Here, just you need this formula. Here, find the time taken, right? So what is time from here? Time is equal to distance over speed.
Okay,
Speed
so
of
when the total time taken, we have to divide distance by speed.
Yes.
Okay.
Ilknur, are you solving?
Yes, I am.
Still, we see the same picture, Ilknur. I wonder what actually will be your new picture. I mean, look like your profile picture. Celine, any answer?
No,
No? Why not?
I'm guessing.
You're guessing? Don't guess. Do it. Maybe you need to update your guessing machine. Why is it working so slowly? Why is it taking a lot of time? Ilknur, what is your answer?
Wait, can you give a little bit more time? I'm trying to understand.
What? Professor Taria, what did you say?
Can you give a little bit more time? I'm trying to.
Okay, 1 more minute, the last minutes. Oh, Dante, you look like Ilknur, you know, the Ilknur's picture. Also, she's wearing something like you. Uh-huh. Look. Ilknur, do you want to see my daughter? She's wearing like your profile. See?
Yes.
Come, let me show you. Look. Ooh, ooh, look, look, look, look, look. Go, go. What?
Mr. Qasim, I
Any
couldn't get
answer?
an answer. I couldn't get an answer.
Me too.
Salim, why are you asking about Nigar? Where is Nigar? She disappeared?
Yes.
Maybe she's tired. Anyway, Taria, read the question one more time.
It's the
Question 15 is a train travels at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. The length of the train is 300 meters. We have to find the time taken by the train to completely pass through a 4.5 kilometer tunnel.
Okay, actually the train is passing through the tunnel, which is 4.5 kilometers, right, in length. And suppose that this one is Tariel's train. Okay, so what is the length of the train? The length of the train is 300 meters, but everything is given here in kilometers. And also I have to change this immediately into kilometers. So which is equal to 0.3 kilometers. So the length of the train is 0.3 kilometers. Actually, our tunnel is quite long. So now Tariel is standing here, right? And after that, here, Tariel's brother is standing here. All right. And they are going to calculate, okay? It says, find the time taken by the train to pass completely, right, through a 4.5 kilometer tunnel. So actually, when the train enters the tunnel, that actually the time starts counting, right? So now it enters here and it's moving through the tunnel. And now the tail of the train, let's say the tail of the train, now it leaves here, right? So when it leaves the tunnel, right, then we just stop the, let's say our stopwatch or timer, whatever it is. So during this time, actually, let's say the time taken is T minutes. What is the distance traveled by the train? Actually, the distance traveled by the train is this distance, right? This one. So what is the distance here? The length of the tunnel plus the length of the train, which is equal to 4.5 plus 0.3, which is equal to 4.8 kilometers. Actually, to pass completely through this tunnel, the train should have traveled 4.8 kilometers. So now I'll just rewrite. So the distance traveled by the train, it is 4.8 kilometers. And the speed of the train, it is 90 kilometers per hour. The question is time. So what is time? Time equals distance over speed. Distance is 4.8 kilometers over 90 kilometers per hour. So that's it. Now, if you just multiply by, for example, let's just write here 4.8 and write it as 9 times 100, or not like that. Let me just first simplify this. I think I can divide both numbers by 3. 1.6 by 3, it is 30. What is it? Actually, this one is in hour, right? And we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. Let me change this into minutes. So 1.6 over 30 times 60 minutes. That's equal to 3.2 minutes, right? And now again, we don't have anything like this. So I need to change this into minutes and seconds. So here we have 3 minutes, right? And how about 0.2? 0.2 is 0.2 minutes is equal to 1 over 5 times 60 seconds, which is equal to 12 seconds. So 3.2 minutes is equal to 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, so the answer is C.
Mr. Kasim, my main mistake was that I think I counted like I was stuck because I took 4.5 kilometers. I didn't look at the word completely pass through. So I didn't count the 0.3 kilometers from the train. That's why I didn't make 4.8.
Tariel, actually, you know, the tricky point is there. A lot of students, they don't understand this. That's why they ask in Math Olympiad this kind of question, because it's just usual way you cannot solve this problem. And you should be able to visualize this thing. That means completely means enters here means why the enters here, leaves actually it's the last point of the train or the last wagon of the train, right? And that's why here, when we are calculating, we need to calculate the length of the tunnel plus the length of the train in this kind of questions. And the most important thing is, Tariel, can you just imagine what's going on here? That's the most important thing here. And after that,
Okay.
the rest is just, Ilknur, any questions?
No questions. I understood.
Okay, good. And I hope next question you can solve this correctly. Let's move on, guys. We are running out of time. Ilknur, read the question.
The product of two numbers is 1000. Neither of the two numbers has 10 as a factor. Find the difference of these two numbers.
We did this similar question, right? Do you remember, Ilknur?
No.
We should just actually first, we need to find the prime factorization of 1000, divide by 2, 500, divide by 2, 250, divide by 2, 125. And this 125 is just, we know that 5 times 5 times 5. So 1000, right? I can just write it as 2 cube times 5 cube, which is equal to 8 times 125. So of course I can write it, this 1000 as a product of two numbers in a lot of different ways, but except for this case, every time if you write this, one of the factors will be at least actually factor of 10. That's why it's not possible. The only way is because to produce another factor, I need to get 2 from here, right? Multiply this number, or 5 from here, multiply by this number, which means that there will be a factor of 10. So the only way we can write 1000 as a product of two numbers where each factor is not a multiple of 10 is only 8 times 125. As you see here, 8 is not a multiple of 10, which means that 10 is not a factor of 8, and also 10 is not a factor of 125. But here there was a question, the difference, right? So 125 minus 8, that's equal to 1117. So the answer is 1117. Okay, that's it. I think, guys, we did this similar question before. One more time. How about if I ask this question again immediately? Exactly everything is the same question, but instead of this 1,000, how about if I write 10,000? What will be your answer? You have 1 minute. Everything is the same, the question is the same, but instead of 1,000, if you have 10,000, what will be your answer? What would be your answer?
Wait, Mr. Kasim, wait, I'm doing.
Okay.
Mr. Kasim, I found answer.
What is it?
I found 609.
Okay, you just wrote it as what?
It's the difference between, difference of these two numbers.
Okay, can you tell me first those numbers, Daria?
16 and 625.
16 times
I
625.
also got the same answer.
Very good, very good. So the difference, this is the only way, right? Because if you want to change this, either you need to take 1, 2 and multiply this powers of 5 by 2, or the other way. So in each case, it will not be the answer. So the answer is 625 minus 32. That's equal to, is it like this? Or
No,
16?
not minus
16.
32, minus 16.
16. So that's equal to 609. In
Is that
similar
right?
way, also they may ask like 10,000, 100,000. In similar way, you can get the answer. Very good.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Very good.
Yes.
How about this question? Very easy question, guys. You have 2.5 minutes. Think, okay, and after we will discuss this. You have exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Celine, wake up. Raul, why you never solve any question? You don't understand anything?
No, I understand.
Or you are so humble student that even if you understand, you don't want to share anything with other people? What? You're so quiet,
I
like
don't know why.
the water in the ocean. Huh?
What
Kasim,
does consecutive mean?
Consecutive means one followed by another.
but Mr. Kasim, I didn't even understand the question itself.
Like after one, for example, there's 0, 0, 1 followed by another, right? These are two consecutive zeros standing next to
No,
each other. Or
I understand what consecutive means. I don't understand, what do they mean by find number of consecutive zeros at the end of 14? Like, what do they mean at the end of 14?
if you multiply, for example, what does a 14 factorial? We just read it as a factorial. What is it? It is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times dot dot. If we have 12 times 13 times 14, right? Did you
Okay.
understand what we mean by this?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean just the definition. I'm saying that here we are giving the definition. By factorial, what is how
Is
do
the
we define
answer
this?
2?
It's just the
Is the
product
answer
of
2?
4 numbers. So 14 factorial means the product of the first 14 natural numbers. What did you say, Victor?
Is the answer 2?
2? How is that
Yes.
possible? Why 2?
Because there are 2 zeros at the end of the number.
How did you know that?
I multiplied all the numbers.
How did you multiply?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until 14.
You multiplied now?
Yes.
Okay. How about if I ask this question, Ilknur? How about 26 factorial? How many zeros are there at the end of this number? Can you do that?
No, I can't.
And how about if I ask, for example, 100 factorial? I mean, if you try this even with computer or calculator, you cannot multiply this. Anyway, Ilknur, actually, that's good. All right. The idea is Tariel here. That means that how many zeros are at the end of this number? How do we create? What numbers create 0? The multiples, I mean the multiplication or the product of 2 and 5, right? Because 2 and 5 means that's 10. If you multiply any number by 10, that means that the last digit will be 0. So the idea is we have a lot of 2's. Okay, with 2's, finding 2 is not a problem. So the problem is how many 5's do we have here? So the first 5 is here, right? I have 1 5 here. If I multiply 5 by 2, for example, it will be 10. I have 1 0 at the end. And where is my second 5? The second 5 is here 10, right? Here I have 1
No.
5. So that means that here we have 5, and I have one more 5 here, which is 10 actually. So actually here at the end of these numbers, we have how many zeros? 2 zeros.
So Mr. Kazim, if I did 26, it would be
If it is 26 factorial, right, I just need to
there
count
will be
how many
five
5s do we have, right? So that is
5 consecutive
5
zeros.
and 10 and 15 and 20, and here we have 25, right?
So 5.
But here, Tariel, you need to be a little bit careful. Okay, this is a little bit careful because here, okay, if I multiply 5 by 2, the last digit is 1 0. If I multiply anything, the last digit is 0. If I multiply this one by 2, for example, the last digit is 0, right? But how about this one also by 2? It is 0, right? Okay, but how about this 25? If you multiply 25 by 4, the last digit, this will be 2. We have 2 zeros.
But Mr. Kazim, why did you multiply by 4, not 2?
No, because I have a lot of 2's, right? We are multiplying all of these numbers, right?
No, I mean, like, why did you multiply by 4? 25 times 4, not 25 times 2.
Yeah, I think, Tariel, look, you didn't understand the point yet, I think. Here, if you just write 26 factorial, right? I'm going to multiply this. 1 times 2 times, let me just write only these numbers. 5 times, here I have 10 times 15 times 20 times 25 times 26, right? So Tariel, do you think that you agree with me that here in this product, the number of multiples of 2 is more than the multiples of 5?
Yes.
Because we have a lot of 2's, right? Every other step we have 2, 4, 6, we have a lot. But actually 5's every 5 steps. So that means that For example, 2 times 5, right? It gives me 110. Okay, done. Now it's already 1 0. I have 1 0 here. For 15, for example, I can use 4 here. I have 4 here, right? Multiply by 4, it is 60. I have 1 0 again. For 20 is already the last digit is 0, so I have 1 0. But for
Oh,
25, for
times
24, if I get 4, right, multiply by 4, now I have 2 zeros here. So
wait.
if you multiply this number, how many zeros will there be? 2, 4, 6, and there will be 6 zeros.
Mr. Kasim, but look, may I ask something else?
Yes.
2 times, you did 2 times 5, and there's 1 0. You didn't multiply by 10 because there's already 1 0 at the end. That's one more.
Yeah, if you multiply this 10 by any number, the last
Yes.
digit will be 0, not more than 1. 10 times
Okay.
5, 10 times 6, 10 times 9.
But then you multiply 15 by 4 because that's the next like multiple of 2.
Yeah, also if you multiply 15 by any number, which is not multiple of 5, right? That's the last digit will be only 1 0 maximum.
But Mr.
But
Kasim,
here,
if you
because
follow,
the idea is here, Taria, because 25 means it is 5 times 5. It multiplies by 1 to multiply by 2, so we will have 2 zeros here. That's why, because it's 25 is the power of 5. That's why.
okay, understood.
Okay. Guys, that much is enough for today. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, patience, and time. And the Selin, Ilknur, if you have more questions like geometry, if possible, take a nice, screenshot, make it nice, okay, and send it to me. We can practice. Okay, thank you
Mr.
very much,
Kasim,
guys.
will you send some homework?
Huh?
Will you send some homework for today?
Okay, I will give you some homework.
Okay.
And if
Thank you,
possible,
Mr. Kasim. Have a nice
finish
day.
these questions. Okay, see you on Thursday. Okay, bye bye.
See
Bye.
you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye bye.